Listen-only mode.
Hey folks, Ty Cohen here, and I'm pretty excited about this presentation, this training, this webinar that I'm going to be sharing with you. Actually, not me, but my guest will be sharing with you within the next couple of minutes. This is something that, as you guys know, I'm passionate about anything that is Amazon related, because I think that Amazon is just like one of the best places to position yourself in front of. You probably all heard the saying, right? Like, if you want to make sales, jump in front of a traffic or position yourself where there's traffic. Amazon not only provides the traffic, right, but they provide traffic that are basically customers. Think about it. Anytime someone visits Amazon.com, these are folks that have a credit card in hand that are looking for something to buy. All right, so I'm very fond of Kindle publishing, right? As you guys know, this is not Kindle publishing. This is something totally different, right? But it's a way to build a pretty cool business selling information products, right? And physical information products to a degree using that massive reach and power of Amazon. This is actually something that I've got two kids that are in high school in college, right? And I actually took this gentleman's course. I got access to his course, gave it to my wife and to my 17-year-old. He was 17 at the time. He just turned 18 a couple of months ago, and then my daughter as well. And both of them started putting together products, and it's like just been really cool seeing that entire process. So this is something that I think if you're a total newbie, this is it. Like I said, I gave this course to my wife. She's not an internet marketer. She's never really sold much online, right? Except for when I've helped her with things like Kindle publishing and stuff like that. I also gave it to both of my children, right? They've managed to go in and put this thing in place. And it's also a cool way. If you have any type of resistance at home, right, to entrepreneurship, if you're significant, your husband, your wife, your spouse, or whatever, your children don't get it, this is something that is very family friendly. It's something that you can. Um, we've got actually, Greg, I think I can hear your background here. We've got this is something that you can easily get your kids involved with. You can get your husband, your wife, your significant involved with this thing as well. So I'm pretty excited about it, right? Because I think it's a fairly simple way to start making money. It's a I don't like to say guarantee with anything, right? When it comes to business, but this is very close, right? I think I would be very foolish. Anyone would be very foolish to say that anything is guaranteed, but this removes a lot of the barriers. It removes a lot of the obstacles. It removes um, the number one obstacle, which is finding leads and customers, right? And being able to position yourself in front of that market that is ready to buy, and the credibility. So people, they love Amazon. There's never a doubt whenever they buy something from Amazon that they're going to receive it because Amazon has built up that type of a name. So with that said, I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Maybe I should have done that earlier. I want to make sure that you can see my screen, or actually my guest's screen here. Brenda says, good evening. Hey, good to see you, Brenda, there. Who else do we have on this webinar? Go in, use the chat box. Listen, here's something that I want you folks to do. I want you to ask him questions, right? This guy is a wealth of knowledge. I think that whenever I have a question and I'm looking to bounce it off of the right ears, this is someone that I'll reach out to. I'll give him a call or I'll send him a text and I'll say, hey, what do you think of, Greg, what do you think of this idea, right? And he always has like this open mind where he's able to give you a different perspective. As a matter of fact, it was this morning I'm looking to add a SaaS component to something that I'm doing and that I'm having a lot of success with. And I said, you know what, dude, how could I do this? Like, what would be the best way of doing this? And he instantly, like literally in 2 minutes, replied back with an amazing idea. So this is someone that you really want to pay attention to. We've got Mike says, yes, good screen and audio. We've got Diane says, I can see your screen. Sound has cut out a couple of times, says April. So I hope that's not me. Gary says, yes, he can see my screen as well. We are good to go, says Cindy. All right, perfect. So that same questions box that you're using right there, that's where if anything that Greg covers within the next couple of minutes you don't get, go in and say, hey, can you be a little bit more clear on this? Can you give us some clarity on this? I'll be in here. I'll be answering questions, and then I'll make sure that if you have any questions, I'll make sure that I can pass it on to him, and he'll answer them as well. And then we'll come back at the end, and we'll drill him a little bit more, and we'll ask him some questions as well. This is a really sincere guy. He's someone that wants people to learn and to be able to succeed from what he's given them. And I think you'll get that out of his presentation. So with that said, all right, I want to bring on my good friend, Master Marketer, Greg Caesar. Greg, are you there? Don't forget to mute your sound, to unmute your sound, because I know you had muted yourself out.
Yes, Master Marketer. I think we need to record that one.
There you go. See?
Next time we're on the Marketers Cruise and you're starting trouble, I just need to play the sound of you saying Master Marketer.
Yeah, so we're going to make sure that there's no replay. So make sure you stay on to the end here. All right. So with that said, hey, man, I'm excited, right? I said to myself, typically when I watch a webinar, I'm in and out. I'm zoning out. I'll be 100% honest with you, because I've got like this thing where it's kind of hard to just focus on that one thing. But whenever it's someone like you that's teaching, whenever it's someone like, you know, we've got a few other mutual friends that are teaching, I'm like totally glued to it, because I know that there's something that is going to help me to take my business to the next level. I know that I'm going to get something for free out of what you're teaching that's going to help me take things to the next level, and that's where I'm at right now with this one. So I'm totally glued to it. The floor is yours, and I might interrupt every once in a while just to get clarity if people are in the questions box asking questions. But other than that, man, I'm glad to have you, and it's yours.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me here, and I am more than excited, not only for being here, but for what I am going to share with you guys. Allow me to show you guys something that will absolutely change the way that you've thought about marketing and building a business online. I promise to open your minds and show you something completely different. So with that being said, I want to cover today the easiest way to create a six-figure business by tapping into a vault of hungry buyers and create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without you having to sell or personally drive traffic or do any marketing whatsoever. Guys, let me ask you a question. If you can make yourself a couple $1,000s a month with no website, no SEO, no PPC, no Facebook ads, no anything, how many of you guys are in? If you are, type that in the chat box. Say I am in. I want to see who wants to be able to do that. Cindy said I'd be stupid not to. Brenda said absolutely. And I'm going to show you guys my journey, how from the absolute beginning to where we are today. And you guys are going to be excited. So please give me your attention. Please turn off your cell phones. Please turn off Facebook. I know we all like to multitask, but I promise you what I'm going to show you today, you don't want to miss. There's a lot of content, so you do want to have a pen, because there's going to be some notes that you're going to take, and I would hate for you to miss anything that I'm going to show, because this is going to be pure content today. And if you are an internet marketer or want to be internet marketer and you are serious about building your online business, I promise you the next 90 minutes will change your life. And I gave you an amazing promise in the beginning of this webinar, what I'm going to teach you. And I don't take this statement lightly. I promise you I'm going to over-deliver on this statement here. So who am I? For those of you who aren't sure who Greg Caesar is, I started working with local businesses back in 1997. I was helping them with their internet marketing and website design and things like that. I started selling products online through a website starting around 2002. And to be honest with you, the only reason I wanted to do that was so I can get more offline clients. I knew none of my competitors were selling anything online, so I knew that would give me an advantage. So I could go to a business owner and say, don't hire that guy. He's not selling anything. So when you have a question about traffic, how can he or she help you? I'm selling my own stuff, so I know exactly what your problems are. That's the only reason I decided to sell products online. Well, guess what? I got so good at selling products online that since then I've sold over 100,000 ebooks online without an affiliate. Yes, my customer database is actually over 100,000 people. If I include my affiliates, or sales that came in from my affiliates, I'm probably in the neighborhood of 125,000. So I do understand a thing or two about how to sell products online and can absolutely teach you the same. Since then, I've worked with some of the most brilliant marketers online. We mastermind together. We talk all the time and share ideas. So there's a lot of things that I can share with you. And I started helping and teaching entrepreneurs how to realize their online dreams somewhere around 2003. That was the first time I was invited to come speak at a seminar, and I was hooked ever since. Since then, I've become internationally recognized as a speaker on wealth creation. I've spoken as far away as Singapore, Malaysia, UK, Jamaica, all over the United States. In fact, I'm speaking in Raleigh in about 2 weeks, so if you're going to be there, just let me know. But I speak all over the globe. And many people say to me, you must be nice. You're so lucky. And it's actually offensive when I hear that, because the truth is I grew up in the projects of Stamford, Connecticut. My dad came from Haiti making $1 an hour. So tell me what's nice about that. There was nothing nice about that. It took sweat. It took work. And people don't see that. They just see, hey, the house. They see the traveling. But they don't see what went into becoming who I am. Today, I live in a home in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have over 8,000 square feet and 4 fireplaces. I never dreamt that I would have a house with 1 fireplace, let alone 4. But I'm going to tell you something that I learned from my dad, an immigrant from Haiti. This guy used to always tell me about tomorrow. You've always got to plan for tomorrow. You've got to live for tomorrow. So what I learned from him was, although we were physically broke, we weren't mentally broke. We just didn't have our vehicle. So people who are mentally broke, they don't even know that they're broke. They don't even realize it. People who are physically broke, they don't have the money, but they're searching for the vehicle. For my dad, that vehicle turned out to be real estate. He went from making $1 an hour to retiring at the company that he was with for 30 years at $70,000 a year. Now at 82 years old, the man is making almost $20,000 a month in his real estate investment properties that he owns. He owns several properties free and clear. The last house he purchased, he went to the bank and they said, how will you finance this? And he said, I'll write you a check. So I learned about the difference between physical poverty and mental poverty. And when I started my business in 1997, when I left my nice corporate job after graduating from college, I had no money, I had no experience, and I had no clue. So if me, the lonely son of an immigrant from Haiti who didn't even understand the culture, didn't even speak the language, can get this far, how far can you get? And I think sky is the limit. So I want you to imagine for a second, what would life be like if you know how to make more money online in less time and with less effort and be able to create automated income without having to spend a lot of money. I'm going to show this to you today. Imagine if you can make money. You don't have to struggle or waste time on things that didn't work. What if you had a pass to cut to the front of the line where things are working, right? Would your life be different? What if you can build that 3K per month recurring business and have sales coming in, not in 5 years or a year or 6 months, but what if you can do that within the next 30 days? What if I can show you how to do that? Or better yet, what if you can do that and run yourself a $3,000 per month business, but do that with just a few short hours per month? Would that change your life? Would your significant other be happy the fact that you actually can make money and give them the life that they deserve? But not only that, be able to spend time with them because you're not tied to working all day long? That is what I'm going to show you today. So what is this business? And Ty talked about it. That is an Amazon business, but not Amazon the way that you've been taught, not Amazon the way everyone else is thinking Amazon. Most people are thinking of Amazon in terms of the widgets, right? That's where the big bucks are. You got to sell the widgets and the blenders and all that stuff, right? That's how a lot of people are thinking about it. And the question is, if I am going to start a business, of all the things that I can start, why Amazon? Why Amazon versus carpet cleaning? Why Amazon versus affiliate marketing? Why Amazon versus direct sales, right? Why? The answer is simple, folks. Amazon has millions of hungry buyers who go to that website with the sole purpose of buying. They go there looking for things to buy. They go there looking for you, except you may not be there right now. Now, the question now is, what motivated me to start an Amazon business? I'm going to tell you a true story. It was 2014, July, when I got started. I had signed up with an Amazon account, but I was afraid. I did nothing. I had, analysis of paralysis. And yes, us internet marketers do get that also. Don't think you may be the only one. It happens to us also. So I had signed up and I had done nothing until July 2014. I was at a barbecue, a friend of ours who's an internet marketer, and another friend of ours came by and his daughter was with him. And he said, my daughter is making $30 to $38 a day on Amazon. Now, many of you may not be impressed with that, but the impressive thing is she was 8 years old at the time. And I said to myself, if an 8-year-old can make this, what is stopping me? That is a shame. I said, no matter what is going on in my mind that said that I couldn't do it, I was wrong. The fact that this 8-year-old could do that, I can do it also. And I was motivated. In fact, I was infuriated that she was making more money than I was on Amazon. I mean, heck, I'm a world-class internet marketer, right? So I decided July 2014 that I was going to take action. So I'm going to show you my journey. From January 1st, 2014 to August 18, 2014, we didn't make any money on Amazon, right? On the 18th, my product went live on Amazon. In other words, that's the day Amazon received my product and it was actually live, that people can actually see it on Amazon. So that was the 18th. Let me show you what happened. On the 19th, we made a sale for $9.95. And to be honest with you, I am jumping for joy at this point. I'm like having a heart attack, and my wife is thinking, what the heck is wrong with you? It's $9.95. Why are you so happy? And here's the reality. There's two ways you can look at this. There's short term and then there's long term thinking. In the short term, most people would say this sucks. What a waste of time. It's $9.95. What the heck am I going to do with $9.95? But see, in the long term, I said to myself, what if I can figure out 10 different ways to make $9.95 a day? Right? 10 different ways. Well, guess what, folks? That's $99.50 a day, or $36,317.50 a day. Would that change your life? Even if you are a high income earner making $200,000 per year, an extra $36,000 is what? An extra 20 to 30% increase in your revenue. That's a significant difference in your yearly income. So I said, hey, I'm excited about this. Now, from the 19th through the 31st of August, my first 2 weeks in business, actually not even 2 weeks, it's 11 days, I did a whopping $69.89. So if you thought I was excited before, I'm jumping off the sidewalk blindfolded. I'm like, woo-hoo, this is it. My wife still thinks I'm crazy. Well, let's look at October 1st through October 31st, 2014. We did $374.28. At this point, I am thinking, this is awesome. If only I can find 50 different ways to make $374 per month, that's a $15,000 a month business. Who would not take that? I certainly would. So I'm excited, but I'm going to tell you what, my wife is starting to come around. Not fully yet, but she's starting to come around at this point. This is when I got her attention. From November 1st, 2014 through November 30th, 2014, we did a $1,987.11. This is the point when she said, okay, you are onto something. You need to keep going. This was the point that she turned around. So within 3 months of starting this brand new business, I am already at $2,000 per month recurring income. Guys, here's a question for you. How much money do you think I've invested into the business up until this point? And how much time from July through November do you think I've invested into the business up until this point? Type that into the chat box. Let's see what you guys think. Okay. Mark says $1,000, 100 hours. We've got a couple people who said 0. I wish it was 0. I really do. Dave said 0. Mike says 0. Daphne says 0. Brenda says about 250. Cindy says, I have no idea. That's okay, Cindy, because this is a trick question. I really only spent about $40 to $50 out of pocket and about 5 hours of my time. That's total. That's from August all the way until November, right? Guys, how many of you would like to have a $2,000 a month recurring business that only costs you about $40, $50 of your time and then maybe 5 hours, $40, $50 of your money and about 5 hours of your time? How many of you guys would take that, right? I didn't think it was going to be that cheap when I got started, but I was like, whoa, this is great, right? Yeah. Brenda says, wow, exactly. So now I want to let you know results are not typical. I'm going to walk you through the system we're using to get this great results, but please understand the average person, when you teach them something, some of them just go watch TV. Now, Ty told me that you guys are more smarter than the average person. You're his go-getter group. So I'm going to believe that. So I'm assuming you guys are not going to be typical and you're going to look for the kind of results that we are getting. But I'm going to share with you for free exactly what's working with me. And also, guys, not a get rich quick. If you're looking for a get rich quick, you are on the wrong webinar. I believe in get rich smart. I don't believe in get rich quick. Yes, there are some things you're going to have to do, but this is not a get rich quick type of business. Unfortunately, that is not what I believe, and that is not what I'm going to teach you. So is it okay if I teach you what is real and what can significantly change your life? And we're getting some yeses. Awesome. So, okay, what are we going to cover today? Secret number 1, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have 0 marketing experience. In other words, I know nothing. Okay. Secret number 2, how small untapped markets are more profitable than large markets. And I know that's opposite from what you've been told, but you will understand in a second. And then secret number 3, an untapped category on Amazon that is way easier to make money in than any other category. Every time I share with you what I'm going to share with you today, when I've shared it with smart people, let me tell you, the first thing they say is, whoa, how do I do this thing? How do I get started? Every single person I've showed who's a marketer, who's a smart person, says, whoa. So you're going to understand why they feel like that today. So secret number 1, you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have 0 marketing experience. Let's talk about that. How do you build a business without having to do any of the work? Most internet marketers think building an internet business has to be complicated and it has to take a lot of time. That's what we've been taught, not recently, but for hundreds of years. That has been the thinking about how you build business. Actually, you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time if you learn how to leverage resources instead of starting them from scratch. My 2 most favorite words in the whole internet marketing space is leverage and monetize, right? Let's talk about this. You can build your business from scratch, or you can leverage an existing business. Amazon already has millions of customers already. I don't have to create those customers. I don't have to create those sales. They already exist. I'm just tapping into it, right? When you look at your house, right now you're on this webinar, your computer is plugged in, the lights are on. Did you have to go and create the electricity in the backyard? No, you just plugged your cord into the wall and bam, the computer turned on. That's because you leveraged the resource that already existed. It'd be a whole new ball game if you had to go out and crank a generator or spin something and make that electricity work, right? You want to leverage. Amazon doesn't sell anything of their own for the most part. 95 to 99% of the products being sold on Amazon are not Amazon's products. Think of Amazon like a gigantic super affiliate. And what do super affiliates do? They sell other people's stuff for free. That's what a super affiliate does. So Amazon also pays for the advertising. Isn't this crazy? Right? When you start selling your product on Amazon and Amazon says, okay, this is a great product, they start advertising for you on Google, on YouTube, on AdWords, on Facebook. When you see an ad running on Facebook for an Amazon product or on YouTube, typically that's Amazon paying for that ad. The other thing that Amazon will do for you on your behalf is retargeting. And for those of you who aren't sure what retargeting is, basically you go to a website and you're looking for purple couches. Now you go to another website and you're looking for red BMWs. Well, here is an ad on the red BMW website for the purple couch. And you're saying to yourself, how did the purple couch, how did the red BMW people know I was looking for a purple couch? Well, they don't. It's called retargeting. That ad is following you around the internet until you buy. So when someone clicks on your product on Amazon and they don't buy your product, Amazon sends them an email. And the email says, hey, Cindy, hey, Edward, hey, David, hey, Brenda, hey, Julie, you were looking at Greg's product. It's still available for sale, right? So they send them an email and they also follow them around the internet, right? So how powerful is that? Do you think of how powerful that technology is? So the other thing is Amazon fulfills the product for you. There's two ways you can sell your products on Amazon. One is called FBM, fulfilled by merchant, and the other one is FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. And let me show you the difference between the two. Fulfilled by merchant is you send your product to Amazon, Amazon sells it and markets it for you. Then they send you an email and they say, hey, Brenda, hey, Cindy, hey, Julie, hey, David, you just made a sale. Go deliver the product. So then you get in your car and you go to the post office and you ship the product to the customer. Fulfilled by Amazon, FBA, works very similar except one key difference. So Amazon, you send your product to Amazon, Amazon markets and sells your product for you, except now Amazon takes that product off of their shelf and then they go to the post office and ship the product, and they send you an email and says, hey, Julie, I just sold one of your products. Hey, David, we just sold one of your products, right? So they are selling your product for you and doing the fulfillment for you on your behalf. Remember I said this is not get rich quick? The work is getting done. It's just that you don't have to do the work. Amazon is going to do it for you on your behalf. Now, secret number 2. Instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that no one cares about. So how do you build a 6-figure business without having a 6-figure product, right? Most internet marketers think the only way to build a 6-figure business is to find a super hot product that millions of people are searching for. And there is some truth to that statement. But instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that no one cares about. So what do I mean by that? Products that can make you 6 figures, guess what, folks? We'll have 6 figures in competition. Yeah. Do you think the person who's making 6 figures selling a product is going to let you waltz into that market and take sales away from them? No, not in a million years. They're going to make it very difficult for you to succeed. So instead of one product that's going to make you $50,000 per month, why don't you try and sell 10 small products that only make $5,000 per month each? Guess what, folks? At the end of the day, that still equates to $50,000, right? Small markets like this are a waste of time for the big internet marketers. It's a waste of time for the big super affiliates. They can't waste their time in markets that only make a couple $1,000s per month. It's not worth their time. And without competition, what's going to happen is you're going to rank instantly and make money faster. Remember, I made my first sale within 24 hours. I made my first $69 in the first 11 days. What kind of business can you start where you make your first sale within first 24 hours of launching? It's not realistic, but in Amazon, in small markets, the way we do, it's a possibility. Now, it's much easier to make $5,000 than it is to make $50,000. And many of us have been taught, let's go out and make $50,000. No, let's make $5,000, but let's do that 10 times a month. That is much easier. Now, let's do the math. Let me give you an example here. If you had 10 products that do just 2 sales per day at $27 each. Folks, let me explain something to you. 2 sales a day is not a successful business, right? You're not going to go to Shark Tank and collect $1 million off of that business, right? They may even laugh you out of the tank. But if you're doing that by 10 different products a day, that's $540 a day in your pocket. Now do you have a good business? That is $178,000 per year on autopilot. That's a good business, folks. So secret number 3, there are massive untapped categories on Amazon where you can make 6 figures or more. And this is where you want to pay attention because I'm about to rock your world. Okay, most internet marketers follow the herd and they try to sell the same things as everyone else. You know, the widgets. A lot of the courses coming out today talk about selling blenders, widgets, masks, gloves, toys, all those kinds of things, right? That's what the herd is doing. I believe in the principle. When they zig, you zag, right? You got to do the opposite. So most internet marketers think Amazon is saturated and there's no way I can make money there. Right? There's millions of products on Amazon. How can little old me make money there? Well, selling information on Amazon is completely untapped and wide for the picking. Guys, did you hear what I just said? Selling information products on Amazon is actually wide for the picking. No one is focusing on selling information product, which is what we love anyway as internet marketers. So let's talk about this. What is information products? It's a how-to course. How to do this, how to do that. And you want to know something, folks? Information has been selling for thousands of years, and it will continue to sell for thousands of years. It is human nature. People like and search for information. In fact, college is nothing more than a 4-year, very expensive information course, right? Isn't that what college is? They're teaching you how to do things. It's an information course, except it lasts 4 years and lasts you 50 years to pay it off. Now, millions of people are already searching Amazon every day for information. So guess what? I don't have to convince them to use Amazon to search for information. They're already doing it on the books and in the Kindle format, right? Kindle didn't get that big by accident, okay? Now, but there are thousands of competitors in some of those categories. So Kindle has gotten really big and it's more work. So, but here's the thing. Here's what I like to do. I like to take my content, especially ones I've got on Kindle, and repackage them in a physical format. In other words, I'm going to take my how-to course, make it an audio or make it a DVD, and now I can get it on the physical side of Amazon. We're just repurposing our content and making it physical. Now I'm being sold next to the people who are searching for the high dollar items, right? The people who are coming in looking for the TVs and the blenders. Now I'm being seen next to them. So the physical side is 10 times bigger than Kindle and books is. So there's more eyeballs on the physical side selling your information, but more importantly is it's more profitable than the digital side because of the margins. Guys, let me ask you a question. What is the most you've paid for a book or a Kindle product on Amazon? What is the most you've paid for a Kindle product or a book on Amazon? Let me see what you guys have spent. Type that into the chat box. Okay, Richard says 17. Richard is a big baller, guys. That's a lot of money. Is that for a Kindle product? Okay, Kindle. Cindy says $9 and for a book, 110. Cindy, I've got some books for you to buy. Please give me a call. That's pretty high for a book, but there are some books on Amazon that are in the 100 range. So the key here, guys, is when you look at the digital side, $3 to $9 is the most you're going to get for a product in that category. So that means you've got to sell a lot of books or a lot of Kindle products to become rich. And there are people like my good buddy Ty Cohen who do that. That's why he is an expert in that space. But on the physical side, I could take the exact same content and sell it for $50, $60, $70 as a course, right? That gives me infinite margins. Now I can take something that cost me $1.50 to make and I can sell it for $97. My margins have just skyrocketed through the roof, okay? That's why I like the physical side. Now, let me show you the journey here. December 2014, I'm thinking no one's going to buy an info product from me because they're out buying Christmas stuff, right? Boy, was I wrong. We did $3,004.19 for December. January 2015, we did $2,165.18. We dropped by 30%. And I'm thinking, boy, did I do something wrong? What happened? Maybe the gig is up. Maybe it only lasted 4 or 5 months. And I said, you know what? If that's the case, I just made myself a good $7,000, $8,000. I'll take it, right? But what I realized is 2 things. One, it was after Christmas. People spent their money on toys and widgets, which is okay. But here's the important thing here, folks. For the first week of January, I took my family on a vacation. And the last week of January, I went on a cruise with my wife. And I still did $2,165.18 even though I was gone half of the month. Now, the other things that I do to make money, like consulting, like my ads and my products that I sell through my websites, I didn't make any of that money while I was gone. And the reason is I wasn't there to consult. Amazon gave me time. For the first time, I was able to make true passive income. I wasn't trading my time for dollars. Now, February, things are looking up. We went to $2,521.70. So a smile is starting to come back on my face. And I'm going to continue the journey, but before I do, I want to show you the 6-step process that you're going to use to build your info marketing business on Amazon. Number 1, you're going to do a little bit of research. You're going to pick your niche. You're going to create some content. You're going to send it to Amazon. You're going to write and create your description, and then you're going to get your rankings because you need to be found, right? And then you're going to scale. So let's break each one of these down. Number 1, you're going to do your research. And by research, I mean maybe 15 minutes worth of work. If you do anything more than that, then you've totally done something wrong. It's way more than you need to be successful. Let's talk about the research. Number 1, we are not going to guess what to sell. You're not going to go home and say, boy, I wonder what am I going to sell today? I wonder what's going to make me some money. That's not the model we do. We only sell what's making money. That's it, folks. You're going to sell what's making money. Now, how do you know you're going to sell what's making money? We're going to let Google tell us. Very simply, you're going to go to Google, you're going to use the keyword planner, and you're going to let Google tell you what are the hot in-demand topics where consumers are already spending money so you make instant sales. Remember, we want faster sales. We don't want to have a business that takes months to build. So go to Google, type in keyword planner. Then from there, you're going to come to this page here, and then you're going to come to a box like this where you're going to type in your keywords and let Google tell you what to sell, right? Now, your keyword that you're going to type in here is not the traditional keyword. You're not going to type in weight loss. You're not going to type in make money. Here's what I want you to type in. You're going to type in something that I call a power word. Now, guys, you want to write this down. Very important. It's called a power word. And a power word is just basically a word that you can type in that lets you know what type of information products people want to look for or want to learn or that they're searching for through Google. So you're guaranteed that it's going to work. So here's an example of a power word. How to. You're going to go into the keyword planner and you're just going to type in how to, and then Google is going to fill in the blank for you. How to do this, how to do that. It's going to tell you what people want to learn how to do. You're going to type in learn. You're going to type in make. You're going to type in create. You're going to type in all those kinds of keywords and let Google tell you what's making money. All right? Does that make sense, guys? You guys are getting that? We're going to let Google tell us what is going to make sense. So go ahead and type in the chat box. Let's see what you guys think is some really, really good niche markets, how-to markets that people would buy all over Amazon. Type that into the chat box. Give me an example of some really good how-to markets. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Brenda says a step-by-step guide, but tell me more specific, Brenda. What do you mean? Give me an example of what that step-by-step guide would be about. Because people aren't going to go to Amazon and search for step-by-step guide. They're going to search for something more specific. Okay, let's see here. Mary, I love that market. Awesome. Okay, here's another one, Mary. You said get along with your spouse, but here's a better one. Not how to get along with your spouse, how to fix a broken marriage. You see how one is way more painful than the other, right? How to fix a broken marriage or stop a divorce. David, I love that one. I can't even say that one publicly because that's one we're going after also. It's a great niche. Gary, you said rad. I'm thinking you're missing the E, maybe read. Gary, that market is so insane. It's unbelievable. Yes. Okay, Jeremy. Perfect example, Jeremy. How to do your taxes. That is a great market. So, and there's a lot of products you can sell in that space. How to do your taxes. How to get the most deductions. So there's a lot of things you can sell. Now, that is not an evergreen product because as soon as the tax codes are changed, your product is obsolete. So, how to stop or how to fix a broken marriage, that you could sell for 1,000 years and never have to change a single word. How to do your taxes, you may make $100,000 this year with that, but next year you've got to change it. Here's the other thing. After April 15th, your product is obsolete until next December. No one's going to buy your product in August. So it's going to have an up and down, cycle to it. So it's a great market, but just remember, markets like those, they're here today, gone tomorrow. I like the evergreen markets that I never have to change. How to dress, Roy, that's a really good one. Writing is awesome. I know people who are great. How to get a 4.0 GPA, that's a great one. But now the question is, why do I want a 4.0 GPA? It's so that I can get scholarships for college. So why not how to get college scholarships? Think about a parent. If you can get a college scholarship for your child for $10,000, would you pay me $47 if I could teach you how to get $20,000 in college scholarships? Of course you would, all day long, right? Get healthy, lose weight. Those are great. Work at home. Now, work at home, Trevor, is great. The only challenge with the work at home market is you're going up against the smart people. Remember I said you want to go up in the markets where you can totally dominate. Those are smart people in that marketplace, so you're going to have to work your behind off in those spaces. Ooh, tighten your skin, Daphne. That is awesome. I really like that one. Natural cures, yes. Let's look at another one. Doll houses, those are big. So you guys are absolutely brilliant. So let me show you guys some examples of what I found when I typed in how to into the Google Keyword Planner. Now, some of these you may actually laugh, but this came right out of Google. The first one is how to grow weed indoors for beginners. I kid you not. That was one of the first things that Google told me, how to grow weed indoors for beginners. And why is that big right now? Think about all the legislation in the United States and globally where marijuana is becoming legal in a lot of places, right? Now, what is the second one? How to grow weed outdoors for beginners. I kid you not, you just cannot make this stuff up, right? But again, completely makes sense. How about how to eat clean, right? That's a nice subset of the weight loss market. I like this one. How to edit videos. I never realized that was a problem, but it is. How to fall asleep, right? I wonder if that's a nice, powerful market. Let's find out. Guys, let me ask you a question. If you've ever suffered from insomnia, tell me if you did, and also what was the quality of life like when you had insomnia? Let's see if this is one of those painful, powerful markets. Let's take a look here. Has any of you suffered from insomnia? Yeah, we got a few people. Mike said he suffered from insomnia. It was horrible. Edward said it was a nightmare. David said it was insane. Daphne says sluggish. Edward says still do, right? And I mean, and he says it's a nightmare. So think about what your life is like having a pain like that. And would you invest $40, $50, even $97 for a solution that would give you a night's rest so that you can wake up energized, so you can not be cranky, not be angry at your wife or your husband and your kids, be able to want to go places instead of saying, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. That is not the way to live life. So would you spend $47 to get a better life? And the answer is yes, folks. So that's an awesome market. How to get rid of bed bugs. If you are a hotel and you got a bed bug, what will it cost you not to get rid of that bed bug? Forget the lawsuit. Let's just talk about lost business when it turns up on Yelp that you have bed bugs. Would you invest $100, $200 to get rid of those bed bugs? Absolutely, you would. How about acne? What is life like? What is your emotional state like? What is your confidence like when you are 25 years old, 30 years old, and you have adult acne? I'm going to tell you something, folks. It is not fun. Those people are paying Proactiv millions a year. I understand Proactiv is making like $50, $60 million a month selling solutions or creams and potions to get rid of acne. There's a reason. How to have twins. Kid you not, people look for how to have twins. Now, I know the solution to how to have twins now. It's a real easy thing to fix. You just got to do a little hanky-panky a couple extra times a week, and you're going to have some twins. Matter of fact, I think that's my next product. I'm looking for volunteers. Actually, that's probably the one product that my wife would not let me create. She'd probably be like, hell no, you're not going to create that thing. So how to install a toilet. What if you install that toilet wrong? Now your floors your toilet leaks. Your hardwood floors are getting destroyed, right? Is it worth learning how to do it the right way? Absolutely. And improve your credit score. We just came off of one of the worst recessions globally in the history of the world. So are there people now, a lot of people with bad credit? Absolutely there are. This is the time to sell a credit report type of a product. And the usual how to lose weight, but the one I really like is how to lose belly fat, because that's a subset. How to lose weight is too competitive. How to lose belly fat is a subset of that market. Now that I can go out and get some good sales and rank very quickly. Now, the next thing is you're going to pick your niche. Okay, folks, this is not the time to show that you are a genius. This is not the one, right? I can't tell how many times people tell me, oh, I'm going to come up with something that no one has thought about. Let me tell you something. If no one has thought about it, don't sell it. There is no money in anything that no one's thought about, right? Don't reinvent the wheel. Sell what's already selling. If there's anything you get this. If you want to make a lot of money, sell what's already selling, right? Because what you want to do is sell something where there's some competition. Guys, let me ask you a question. Why do you think you want to go into a market where there is competition? Type that into the chat box. Why do we go into a market where there is some competition and some people selling the same product already? Let's see if you guys have any ideas. Okay, we're getting a couple coming in. Some people say it's a good market. Yes, it's a built-in market. It's proven that it was Bruce. Let's see. We know people are buying. That's a great answer. Who said that? That was Edward. That was awesome. David said that's where the buyers are. That's awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you, and all those are correct, but I'm going to give you the number one reason. You guys ready? It's so we can copy. That's it. Right? They've proven the market. They've done all the work. They've done all the testing. Let's copy. All right, let's be politically correct. We don't like to copy. It's so we can model after, right? Guys, don't be trying to come up with that new thing. Sell what's already selling. And here's the other thing. If it sells there, it sells here. In other words, if it's selling like gangbusters on eBay, there's someone on eBay making $100,000 a month. Why would it not sell well on Amazon? If there's someone selling an info product through some ad that you see on Facebook, why would it not sell well on Amazon? It will, right? People on Amazon are no different, right? They have the same needs. So you see something selling somewhere else and you sell it here. So what you're going to do is repurpose the content. Notice I didn't say we're going to copy the content. You're going to take whatever somebody else is selling. You're going to read, look at their product, and come up with your own content. Okay? Come up with a different spin on whatever they're talking about. So we repurpose the content. So the other thing is sell what people are already looking for. It's much easier for me to come to you and say, hey, Gary, hey, David, hey, Edward, here's the information you were looking for. That's an easy sell versus me coming to you and saying, hey, I got something you may be interested in. Why don't you come over here so I can show it to you? You're going to be like, heck no, I ain't going over there, right? So the key is sell what people are already looking for. That is one of the reasons we start our research by doing keyword research, because we're starting with what people are already looking for. Now, the next thing is we need to create our content, our information, right? And for some people, they get nervous with this part, but this is actually one of the easiest pieces of the puzzle. So there's two things that you're going to do, okay? And I'm going to simplify this for you really easy. Number one, you can share your knowledge. That's all we're doing, folks. We are sharing our knowledge, or we are sharing someone else's knowledge. I don't have to know anything about what I'm selling. I just need to know, can I find somebody who does, right? So long as I see in Google that people are buying it, all I need to do now is find someone to create me the content if I don't know anything about it. So A, you can share your own knowledge, or B, you can share someone else's knowledge.
Can you hear me? I just wanted to chime in on that part right there, right? The fact that you said share someone else's knowledge. I've published hundreds and hundreds of books on Amazon's Kindle, and it's literally made me a fortune. And 99.9% of the books that I've published on Amazon did not come from my own knowledge. It was through leveraging, right, the skill or the knowledge or the love of someone else's talents. So I think that's, sometimes we often think that we have to be the expert at something. So I just really wanted to point that out. I think that's beautiful that you're sharing that part right there.
Yeah, I mean, think like a reporter, a news reporter, right? Everyone thinks they're experts at stuff, but no, they go out and they research a topic and they do a news story on it. Folks, that is the whole secret, right? So let's break this piece down. So where can you get some existing content? First of all, start with Kindle. Maybe you've got some products on Kindle already. Now let's make it a physical product and sell it on the physical side. But more importantly, why not research what's already selling very well on Kindle? It doesn't have to be your product. Find what's selling very well on Kindle, and then you turn around and you sell it on the physical side of Amazon as your own product. The next thing is, if you have the knowledge, create the content yourself. There's a couple topics where I am an expert in, and absolutely I am going to create content in those spaces, right? So I can do that. But the thing that I like to do now is, before we do that, remember, repurpose already existing content. But the thing that I like to do now is I like to outsource it. Even if I have the knowledge, I can pay someone to create that content for me, even though I already have the knowledge. That now allows me to scale my business much faster. Now, in the beginning, that's not where you're going to start, but that's where you want to eventually get to. I would rather pay someone $100 and let them do it than have myself procrastinate or take weeks or months to do the same thing. The next thing is PLR. Buy it. And on Kindle, you do not want to do PLR. That's the fastest way to get yourself in trouble with Amazon. But remember what we're doing with that content. We're repurposing that content and turning it into something new. So absolutely use the PLR content as a basis for your new product. And for those of you who aren't sure what PLR is, it stands for private label rights. Basically, you're buying the rights to use and sell someone else's content. And there are websites that we like to use where we can buy that content for as little as $5. Okay, so that's what PLR is. The next thing is partner with someone. I want you to think about this for a second. Let's say you are an expert at something, right? Let's take, Edward. Edward, let's say you are an expert at algebra. And if I came to you and say, hey, Edward, I noticed that you are an expert at algebra, and I've got an idea for a product that I'd like to sell, but I don't know anything about algebra. Can I partner with you and split the profits with you? I'll do all the marketing. All you got to do is create me some content for about an hour and a half. Is that okay? Right? Edward probably is going to say, he said done. Edward, you're too funny. Guys, who's going to say no to that? And by the way, I failed algebra in college, right? So I can still be an expert seller in algebra, even though I failed it, because Edward may be an expert. Guys, does that make sense? I don't have to know anything about the subject. I just need to know, are people searching for it on Google, and are people buying it on Amazon? That's all I care about. Nothing else matters. Nothing. And I know you're thinking, but Greg, what if they email you a question of what is, I'm not even going to try to come up with an algebra formula, right? Show you how much I don't know. Easy. Hey, Edward, hey, this customer here asked a question about how do you solve this formula. Can you give them a call? You getting that, guys? I'm not going to try to answer that question. Now, I can answer a question about how do you, did you receive the product okay? That I can take care of, but nothing else I'm not going to do. So partner with someone and split the profits with them, okay? I'm going to tell you why partnering with someone is great also, but we'll talk about that in a second. Now, the next thing is you need to create your listing on Amazon. And your listing basically is when people search for your keyword, how do they find you, and what are the words that you say in your listing? Now, what do you say in your listing so that you are found? Amazon is all about the keywords. You've got to have your keywords in your description. Otherwise, Amazon doesn't know who you are, okay? They don't know what you sell. So, but here's the challenge and the problem. Most people search for solutions to a problem, not a product. Example, if I have back pain, I'm going to go to Amazon and I'm going to type in back pain, how to get rid of back pain, right? Look at that, an info seeking keyword. Most marketers, when they sell a product on Amazon, they sell by the name of the product and not by what people search for. In other words, ABC back brace. I didn't search for an ABC back brace. I searched for back pain. So the customer is searching for one thing, the seller is selling something different, and the two never connect. And this creates a vacuum and an opportunity for smart marketers like yourself. This is what I call the void. We look for the voids. Now, I'm going to show you two titles, and I want you to let me know which one of these two titles is going to make the most money on Amazon for a product. And let me tell you what the product is. A how-to course, which is a time management course, okay? Let's say we're selling a time management course. Now the question is, which one of these two titles is going to make more money on Amazon? A or B, and then tell me why do you think A or why do you think B? Now let me throw a little monkey wrench in the whole thing. Both of these titles are amazing. If I use any one of these titles on a Facebook ad, if I use any one of these titles in a direct sales letter or a direct mail piece, they would do phenomenally well, but only one of them is going to do well on Amazon. So let me show them to you. Is it A, how CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity? Or is it B, time management course for CEOs, how to increase productivity and get more things done in an afternoon. Is it A or B, and why do you think it's A or B? And like I told you, both of them are really good titles. These are really, really sexy titles, both of them are. So let's see what we're getting. We are getting a 50-50 mix of A and B. Don't forget to tell me why. Ooh, David. Yeah, buddy. David got it right. Zach, you got it right. Wow. Ty told me you guys were a smarter group. A whole bunch of you got the reason right. And this is the first time I've ever seen that many people get it right. Wow, Graham, you hit it right on the nose. So Graham got it the closest. And he said because the keyword starts the sentence. Remember what we're selling, folks, a time management course. The keyword is right in the title. So when your keyword is in the title, that means your listing is optimized for that keyword. So now let's look at what the keywords are. Someone searches for time management, they're going to find us. They search for time management course, they're going to find us. If they search for how-to time management, they're going to find us. If they type for how to increase productivity, they're going to find us. If they search for increased productivity, they're going to find us. If they search for get more things done, they're going to find us. There's no keywords in the first title. So yeah, it's sexy, but guess what? Zero sales. Zero sales. Where the second one, because it's loaded with keywords that people are searching for, they're going to find us. Folks, where do you think those keywords came from? Type that in the chat box. All the keywords that I have in that title, where did they come from? Type it in the box if you give me an idea where you think they came from. You guys should know this because I just told you a few minutes ago. 100%. Virginia says Google. Richard, Google. Roy, Google. Absolutely. Remember, I told you, let's not guess. Let's let Google tell us what to do. 100% of those keywords came from Google. And did you notice the power word? How to, right? Guys, this is what I'm talking about. You don't have to guess. This is how you make real money. Now, let's talk about scaling our business, because making $2K per month like we did, $2,500 like we did in February is good, but how do we scale? Sell more of what you're already selling, okay? Instead of 10 units of a product per day, why don't you try and sell 20 units of that same product per day, right? That's the best and the easiest scaling model because the work is already done. I don't got to go out and create a new CD. It's already there. All I have to do is get more eyeballs. Now, model number 2, which is a great model, but it takes a little bit more work. And that is find new products in different markets. Today, I am selling something in the weight loss market. Tomorrow, I'm selling how to fix your toilet, right? 2 very different markets. And yes, you've got to create 2 very different products. It takes more work, but it's a very profitable market. Remember what I said, when I hit $374 per month in sales, my question was if only I can find 50 ways to be able to do that. So imagine if you had product number 1 does $5,000 per month, right? Product number 2 does $5,000 per month. Product number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, each do $5,000 per month. Those are 5 small or 10 small businesses, right? So you have a $50,000 a month business, although you did it 10 small businesses making $5K at a time. That's what I'm talking about. Change the way you are thinking. Now, the next thing is the upsell. What is the best thing to do to someone who just purchased information from you? Sell them more information, right? That's why markets that are, where they buy multiple solutions are great. So the best person to sell to is someone who just purchased from you. Guys, you're going to let Amazon drive your initial sale for you. And then you're going to use the Amazon delivery system to upsell your customers more products ethically at 0 advertising cost, 0 marketing cost, 0 fulfillment cost. Amazon is going to take care of that. And we teach you how to do that ethically inside of Amazon's rules and increase your sales significantly, right? Now, in March of 2015, I decided to start scaling my business, okay? I implemented something that I called the better customer experience. Now, let me tell you what I noticed up until that point. Now, we're about 6 months into the business at that point, and I said, Amazon is very cold. A lot of robots, a lot of machines, no people that you can really talk to, and so the transaction was really cold. And I said, what if I can humanize the experience for the buyer? Will they like me more? And will that lead to more sales? Now, initially I thought to myself, there's no way I can lose, so I'm going to do it. Now, to implement this, it cost me about 30 minutes of my time and about $40 in cost. Okay, so it wasn't free. It cost me $40 in cost and about 30 minutes of my time. Let me show you what happened. Remember, in February, we did $2,521 in sales. Boom. March 2015, we did $3,871.23. The better customer experience is working. Bam. April, $4,913. And in less than a month and a half, I doubled my sales. Okay. May 2015, $4,961.79 in sales. June 2015, we did $4,865.91. Consistent, right? What are you seeing, guys? It's consistent. Why? Because I partnered with Amazon. Okay. Now, from August through March, when the first 6 months in business before I implemented the better customer experience, I had a total of 10 reviews. Now remember, my goal was to get them to like me. That's why we did the better customer experience. The next 6 months, we went from 10 reviews to 136 reviews. You're talking 1,000% increase. Why? Because it works. We humanized the experience. And in the next year, we did 350 reviews. Same product. I didn't change the product. All I changed was the experience for the customer. That was it. And what do you think happened as I did that? My business scaled, and I'm going to show you what happened in the next couple slides. Now, the next thing that you want to look at doing is creating what we call a kit. And a kit is the most profitable thing you can sell on Amazon. Basically, you're going to take 2 items that are worth $10 each and sell them as one product. While everyone else is selling a $10 item, you are selling a $20 to $30 item. Same transaction, same number of customers, except now you've tripled your sale. That is called a kit. Let's break it down. That's nothing more than a fancy word for creating a bundle. Okay, so let me show you a visual example of this. On the left is an apple. On the right is a fruit basket. In other words, more apples in the basket. You wouldn't pay $50 for that apple on that left, but you'd pay Harry and David $50 to $75 for a fruit basket any day of the week. I do it all the time. Why is that? Right? Are those 10 pieces of fruit in that gift basket really worth $75? Why are we so happy to pay that? Because they created a higher perceived value by creating a kit. They created a higher perceived value by bundling that into one. There ain't $75 worth of apples in the Harry and David gift basket, but we pay it all day long. Now, should you do a kit? Is it mandatory? No. 99% of the products being sold on Amazon are not kits. But is a kit worth it? 100% it is. And the reason being is the profits are infinitely higher when you have a kit. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? I want to make sure I am going in the right direction. Please tell me yes in the chat box if you are. Okay, let's see. Yes, 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 great stuff. Virginia, great information. Rich, very good. Linda, absolutely. Eugene says, this is neat. I made you guys a promise at the beginning of this webinar. And I said, allow me to change your mind and show you a different way to think about making money on the internet and how you can build a business with zero marketing, with zero effort, with zero anything. And I promised you I was going to show you that. And hopefully I have delivered on that. So what did we cover today? Number one, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time even if you have zero experience. Folks, don't go out and try to learn how to build a business. Let Amazon do it for you. They are good at what they do. Tap into that resource. That opportunity there, we are not ever going to see an opportunity that Amazon gives us in our lifetime. Think about this. Not only are they driving the traffic, they're driving the sale, but they're doing the fulfillment for us also. I mean, it's banana. I have to pinch myself every day when I get paid, when I think about what I do and how much money we're making on Amazon. Now, secret number 2, small untapped markets are more profitable than large ones. Nobody cares about the small markets. Everyone is focused on how do I make $1 million? And you know what? They can have it. Go make your $1 million. Please go for it. Let these little markets go. Let me have them. I am completely excited about going after those markets that no one cares about, because when you group them together, I can make the same million that those guys are making also. And secret number 3, information, information, information. We live in an information age. People will always continue to look for information. What's evolved is where people are buying the information, because 20 years ago, we sent a letter in the mail. Now they're on Amazon. Okay, guys, you have to get in front of where the customers are. And it's way easier to sell that information on Amazon than anywhere else you can possibly sell it. Now, the question is, why information and why on Amazon? Okay, number 1, free traffic. The only way you can get free traffic right now is through doing SEO, and that is difficult. It is not something I want to wish on my worst enemy, right? So you're not going to get free traffic. Then you have to buy traffic. Facebook, Google, YouTube. I've spent millions on traffic, but I don't spend anything on Amazon to drive sales for my business. So it's absolutely free traffic. You got a partner who's not only selling your stuff for you, doing all the work, but they're driving the traffic for you for free. It's cheaper than physical products. If you want to sell blenders, right, you're going to have to order, 100 blenders, or if you're going to private label them, you need to order 1,000 blenders. Let's say those blenders cost you wholesale $75. Guess what, folks? You've got $75,000 in cost before you even get started. When I sell an information product, I can test for as little as $5 to $10. I don't need a huge outlay of cash to get started. I just need a few bucks, right? And the reason being is a CD only costs you about 80 cents to duplicate. So if you're going to send in 5-10 units in Amazon, folks, it's $8. We all can afford $8 no matter where we are in life to be able to test a market. Speed to market. If you want to order some blenders like that, you've got to order them. You got to wait for them to get created, put your labels on there, get sent in. You're talking 4 or 5 months. Now I can have an idea on Monday, and I can start selling on Friday on Amazon. And I'm going to show you something in a second. And then it's easy to outsource. Some of you, you may be working full-time. You can't take hours and hours and hours off to start a new business. This business gives you time. It doesn't take time away from you. So you can still do this while you're working your full-time business. You can outsource the work to someone else. So while you're at your full-time gig, you've got someone writing your content for you, right? So that is powerful. And it's untapped. Most people are not thinking of Amazon in terms of content. But here's the reality. Amazon is the largest content distribution channel on the planet. There is nothing that moves more content than Amazon does. Think about that for a second. Nothing moves more content than Amazon does. You have to tap into this untapped resource. And again, it's faster to your first sale. Now, the key to making that first sale and ranking fast is something that I call the void. We talked a little bit about that when I talked about your title. You want to find the keywords that your competitors are not using so that you rank fast and make money faster. Now the question is, how fast? How fast could this work? Great, show me, right? Let's do that. So how fast can we make this happen? Let me show you something. I created a second account that we are now starting to scale our business with other products in. By the way, folks, you don't want to go out creating multiple Amazon accounts willy-nilly. Amazon frowns upon that. I actually called Amazon and got permission to create a second account. So please do not go out and create yourself 2 Amazon accounts without asking them for permission. You will get yourself in trouble. So this new account, as you can see here, sales January 1st, 2017 through April 20th, just a few weeks ago, 2017, 0 sales. Now my product went live on Amazon on April, I want to say it was the 18th, somewhere around there. So April 18th, our product made it live into the Amazon inventory. Let's show you what happened. Look at this. April 21st, 2.5 days after my product going live on Amazon, bam, we made our first sale. $47. And it's funny, I take a screenshot, I call Ty, you gotta see, I just made $47.
I was just about to mention that. Not only that, folks, but here, now that he's let the cat out the bag, but this guy sends me screenshots every other day with his sales, which is a cool thing because it's just good to see the enthusiasm. Like I know firsthand like what that's like. Like when I started first publishing Kindle books, I literally would wake up in the middle of the night to check my sales. So seeing how Greg is so excited about his sales and sending over the screenshots, like that helps me to relive that whole entire period, right, where I was there. So that's a cool thing. And then once you get used to the whole thing, then it starts to die down. Now I check my sales maybe once a night instead of 3 or 4 times. But it's just it's pretty cool.
It's like crack, right?
Right, exactly. It's well, not that I know how crack is, but it's exciting. We'll say that. It's just super exciting. Right. And the thing about it is, no one else like around you when it comes to this internet marketing stuff, like immediately around you, I mean, can get as excited by it as you will, right? So you're going to find yourself reaching out to other people that might be in the next state or across country or in a Facebook group or something like that and saying, man, I can't believe the fact, like I get like totally blown away by the fact that you can come up with an idea and then you can sell that idea and then that idea can generate thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. I've done it over and over and over again, and now we're doing it with this system that Greg has, and I still get blown. It like tickles me to death. Like you could probably tell by how excited I'm getting now. So I'm gonna shut up and I don't want to take over Greg's presentation, so I'm gonna give it back to Greg. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's funny, you know, I made $47 within 2.5 days. I'm calling my friends like, guys, I just made 47. And Ty's laughing. But, you know, Ty gets it. And he was like, dude, that's hot. That was his exact word. That's hot.
Just one sale. I always tell people, if you make that one sale out of what are there, 7 or 8 billion people on the planet now, one sale and you literally have a gold mine. That's it.
Now, I will also say this. That's the reason why you have to surround yourself with people who get it. If I would have posted on Facebook, hey guys, I made $47 today. If you would have seen the potential comments I would have got, oh, that's $47. Oh, I thought you were an internet marketer. But Ty, who's a super internet marketer, said that's hot. Now, let me show you. So within 2.5 days, we made our first sale, $47. By the way, folks, I sent 5 units of that product to Amazon, only 5. And that's what I recommend for you as well, because remember, when I first started, we spent about $40. That's because I didn't send 100,000 units. I sent 5 units. So we sent in 5 units. And look at this. On May 9th, 2017, again, just a few weeks ago, look, we sold all 5. So in less than 2.5 weeks, we sold all 5 of the units. Now I'm completely out. Completely out. So let me tell you what happened. Last Friday, I sent in more units. Now, this time I sent in 10 units. I said, well, I sold out of the 5. I might as well send more. I'm still not ready to send 100. I sent in 10 units this time. Let me show you the screenshots as of today. Folks, look, we sold 10 already. This is a brand new business. It's really only 2 weeks worth of sales in a brand new business, and we're already $376.97 in sales. So if you think it was hot when I did $47, guys, I am excited about this one because of the price point. This is double the price of some of our other products. Now, what's important about what I just showed you here? No marketing. Not even 1 second of marketing. I didn't have to do anything. No advertising. I didn't spend not a penny on ads. I got absolutely 0 reviews. So if you've said to yourself, I'd love to sell on Amazon, but I don't have any reviews. I have 0 reviews, and I still have 0 reviews for that product, right? And I didn't have to give any free products away to get people to buy it, nothing like that. Those were full retail sales. That's how fast it can happen. Now, let me show you one of my students. Ty, you know who this guy is. His name is James. I was speaking at a seminar in Raleigh last September. He bought my product. This was the end of September, September 22nd timeframe. Look at the dates here, folks. On November 6th, 2016, he sent me a screenshot, literally 40 days after getting my course. He did $3,492.27 on Amazon already. I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Then 2 weeks later, he sends me another screenshot. He's up to $6,324.09. I really want to send him a message back, said, all right, James, nobody likes to show off, Then he sends me another screenshot, $10,145.19. This is 70 days into his Amazon business selling information. He's already built that thing to almost $11,000 in sales. So can it happen fast? The answer is an absolute yes, but you need to know what to do to be able to do that. So let's get a couple things out of the way. I'm nobody. Who will buy from me? I'm going to tell you every product I sell on Amazon does not have my name on them. In fact, I pull out the names from the phone book. Okay, so you don't need to be anyone. Information is free on YouTube. Why would they buy from me? They aren't on YouTube when they're buying. They're on Amazon. People on Amazon have a credit card in their hand. They're not looking for free content. They're looking to make a purchase. What do I know? What can I teach? Who cares? Remember what I said. You can share your knowledge or you can share someone else's knowledge. You don't have to know squat to be able to be successful using our system. And here's the best one. Nobody uses CDs. I love when people say that. Let me tell you the reality. Some do, some don't. So what? I do not care about the people who don't buy CDs. I care about the people who do. My student James that I just showed you, he's selling one CD for $12.99 and made almost $11,000 in sales. There are tons and tons of people who still buy CDs. Don't believe that they don't or get into that kind of mindset. So who wants to take things to the next level? If you are ready and you want me to show you how, type in I am ready in the chat box. Okay. Let's see here. All right, Jeremy, Jerome, Larry, Rich, everybody is ready. That is awesome. Guys, I want to tell you about my training called the Amazon Profit System. Now, I'm going to tell you about the program, but I do want to let you know it is an exclusive, closed door, very limited program. I can only let 25 of you into the program. Unfortunately, I just cannot handle more than that. Let me tell you about the program. It's a step-by-step training designed for beginners and intermediate marketers who want to create an automated Amazon income stream without spending a lot of money, allowing you to make more money online than you've ever made with less effort, without the struggles of building a normal internet business. If you're a beginner, intermediate, even if you are advanced, you want to build a nice recurring Amazon business, and there's more that I got to show you. You haven't seen nothing yet. Right? If that is you, then this training will absolutely change your life. So let me tell you what the training is about. Number one, it's a complete step-by-step home study program. I left absolutely no stone unturned. I start with the premise that you are an absolute beginner and you've sold nothing on Amazon before, and I take you all the way through through Advance. I'm going to show you how to find the most profitable niche markets that fit within our category, right? Remember, our model is that $2,000 to $5,000 range per month that we can then turn around and scale. So I look for the markets that fit in that space, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to do also. I'm going to show you the strategy that I use to guarantee success. So far, I'm batting 100%. I don't have a failure yet on Amazon. But there's some things that I look at that give me the clues that this is going to be a success. I mean, look at that new one we just put up. It's only been on Amazon for about 2 weeks and already made $400 in sales, right? And mind you, it would have been more, except I got a little chicken and I dropped the price from 47 to 37. If I kept it at 47, I would have made an extra $100, so we'd be at $500 in sales for that product. So how did I know that was going to be a winner before I did any work? That's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to create your content in an afternoon, right? Guys, I am what you call a microwave marketer. I don't have patience for long-term strategies that take months and months and months. I need an idea, I need to execute it, and I need to have the cash coming in as fast as possible. If that is you and you think the way I think, then I'm going to show you how to create your content in an afternoon. Then I'm going to teach you how to create the kits and the bundles for maximum profitability. Now remember I said you don't have to create a bundle to make good money. My student James, he didn't create a bundle. Now for me, I like bundles because I can charge more. Okay, so if that's you also, you want to make more per sale, then you want to do bundles, and I'm going to teach you how to do that as well. Then I'm going to teach you how to create your listing. You're going to actually watch me create that listing. You're going to watch me take the keywords. You're going to watch me actually write that listing out so you'll know exactly what you need to do. And then I'm going to show you how we rank instantly, right? Within 2.5 days, we made our first sale. On my first product, within 24 hours, we made our first sale. James, within the first 40 days, he made $4,000. The way that you do that is you rank instantly. I'm going to give you my model that we use for ranking instantly, and everyone else is doing it completely different. What I'm going to teach you, you have not heard from anywhere else on how to rank instantly on Amazon. And then I'm going to teach you how to scale. Look, making a few $1,000s per month is great, but what if you can scale that business to a few $1,000s, you know, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 or more? So scaling that is going to be even better. Now, how is the content delivered? The trainings are recorded and inside of the members area. You can begin the training immediately after this training, and you can go at your own pace. If you want to go through all the training today, you can. If you want to go through it over the next couple days, you can do that as well. And you're also not alone. If you've got a question, there's a form in the members area that comes directly to me. I do not have an admin who answers those questions. I answer each and every one of those myself. I'm also going to give you lifetime access to the training, but more importantly, I'm also going to allow you to have access to the training with a business partner. I have partners all the time. In fact, I told you guys you should partner. And so I've hated it when myself and a partner, we put some money together and then only one of us can log in at a time. I didn't want to do that to you. I thought that would be unfair. So I will allow you and your business partner to have access at the same time. Now here, again, recap, you're going to get the complete step-by-step home study program, $1,997 value. Now, let me give you some bonuses. Remember creating the perfect customer experience that I used to significantly increase my sales, cost me $40 to implement in about 30 minutes of my time. I'm going to hand deliver that to you on a silver platter. That is an $897 value. In fact, I can't even put a value on it because it doubled my business. Now, let's recap. You're going to get the Azon Profit System. You're going to get the Creating the Perfect Customer Experience. That is a total of $2,894 in value. Now, let me tell you something. My mentor told me money replenishes itself. And it made total sense. You know, he said people get paid every month on the 1st. They pay their mortgage, they pay some bills, they go out to the movies, and then what happens on the 15th? They go out and get another check. They pay some more bills, go out to some more movies, go to dinner, do whatever they do. Right? That is an asset that replenishes itself every single month. And the question is, does your time do the same thing? No. What happens when you miss your kid's recital, when you miss your son's basketball game? You don't get that time back. I'm going to be honest with you. My son, he's turning 20 this year. I don't remember his first year of life. And you want to know why? Because I had a corporate job. I was traveling every other day. I was doing what I thought a good dad was supposed to do, which was to work hard, bring money, and take care of the family. And I did that. And I did it very successfully, which is what many, many people on this planet do. But I don't remember his first year of life. That is something that I have to live with the rest of my life. But you need to and should use an asset, which is money, which replenishes itself to give you an asset, which is time. That's what Amazon does for me now. It gives me time. So bonus number 2, I'm going to teach you how we outsource everything. Like I said in the beginning, that may not be where you're going to start, but once you start to build your business, it makes complete sense to outsource it so that you can scale even faster. That is a $497 review. So recap, you're going to get the Amazon Profit System, creating the perfect customer experience. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. Total value, $3,391. Now, information alone is not enough. Look, we spent the last hour together. I've given you some great content. Hopefully, you're going to take action just on what I've even given you today. But it's not just about information. It's about taking action. It's about having a mentor who can shortcut the process for you and get you there even faster. Now, bonus number 3, I'm going to give you my secret advanced strategy. I call this the money multiplier method. Basically, I'm going to show you how when someone checks out of Amazon, they've got 3 of your products in their shopping basket. So instead of walking out with a $30 product, they may walk out with a $90 worth of sales, which are all your products. You get all that money. So that is an $897 value. The next bonus, and this bonus is an awesome bonus. Remember I said about the upsell process. What's the best thing to upsell them is more information. Well, what's the best format to sell information or upsell information? How about a membership site? Guys, think about this. What if you could sell 1,000 units a month on Amazon, and then out of the 1,000 units, you get 20-30% of those people to upsell into a membership site where you're making $30 a month, right? That's $10,000 a month. Multiply that by how many months of the year you would do that. How many of those front-end products would you sell? Now, there's an ethical way to do this and a right way to do that, and we will teach you the right way to do that with Amazon. Now, good news is this is a bonus that's available to you. The bad news is it's only going to be available to the first 15 out of the 25 of you who get started to get this. So unfortunately, I can't make this one available to everyone. Only the first 15 of the 25 will get this one. Now, money excuses. You've got to decide, folks, right now, what do you want more in your life? Money or excuses? You can keep telling yourself, I don't know, or I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough. You can keep telling, and I will not be mad at you. Or you can decide, like my dad did 40 plus years ago when he came to this country and said, I don't have time for excuses. I need money in my life. That's the kind of decision you need to make, and hopefully you choose money. So you're going to get the Amazon Profit System. You're going to get the Creating the Perfect Customer Experience. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. You're going to get my secret money multiplier method. The first 15 of you are going to learn how to upsell the customer into a membership site. Total value, $5,285. And if all you did today is you got started with this training and you only launched one product that made you an additional $1,000 per month on autopilot the rest of your life, would it be worth an investment of $5,285, right? That means a 100% return on investment in just 5 months. Stock market ain't going to do that for you. Real estate ain't going to do that for you, folks, right? Would it be worth $5,000 to be able to do that? Or better yet, did you just now create an income stream or a legacy that you can leave for your kids when you're no longer around, that they can leave for their kids when they're no longer around? And the answer is yes. And before now, it was the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the Fords. Those were the people who were creating those kind of legacies. With Amazon right now, if you pick an evergreen market the way I'm going to teach you, you will be able to create content and market it and be able to leave that business for your future generation. That, to me, folks, is powerful. So let's continue. Let me show you where we are now with our sales. July 2015, we did $6,639. Again, an increase. Let's look at January 1st, 2016 through February 4th, 2016. Look at that, folks. Double the business again. Again, an increase. Consistent and an increase. Let's look at July 31st, 2016 through August 31st, 2016. Again, an increase. $14,649. Guys, do you think I'm excited? Yes, I am. Let's look at March 1st, 2017 through April 1st, 2017, because I can show you last year's numbers, right? Look, folks, $17,213.32. Again, an increase. Guys, are you seeing consistency? Are you seeing increase? Are you seeing the fact that it didn't cost me much to put together? Guys, that is what I am talking about. Hey, how about this week? How about yesterday, right? Week before, May 8th, $595.22. How about this week, May 15th, 2015 through May 17th? Look at that, $2,093. The first 3 days of this week, we averaged $700 to $800 a day. What the average person has to work a week or two to do, I did on autopilot without not even 5 seconds of work. This is what I'm going to teach you how we are doing. So say goodbye, folks. Everything that's held you back in the past, every excuse you've ever come up with. I'm not smart enough. I can't do this. I can't do that. Say goodbye to all of that. It doesn't equate anymore. You don't need a website. You don't need SEO. You don't need hosting. You don't need PPC. You don't need to get a domain. You don't have to go out and buy traffic because now it's free. It's all gone. All you have to do right now to get started with the Azon Profit System for just $497 is go to azonprofitsystem.com/TC. Again, that is azonprofitsystem.com/TC, all lowercase. Now, people have asked me, why $497, right? Why that price point? And you know what? I had two choices. Option number one was I could have went cheap. Let me sell a $15 product, a $97 product. But then that wouldn't incentivize me to really stack the value and invest time in your success. I'd have to sell a lot of units. I'd have to take a lot of customers. But you see, we're only taking 25 people. So option two, which required a little bit higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote the time and the resources to guarantee your success. There's only 25 of you, so I can work with you. When you ask me a question, I can answer that. I can be there to make sure that you are doing things the right way. So like I said, we can only accept 25 people into the program, but I'm going to give you another super bonus for being one of the 25 people. We're going to do a group Q&A call, and the next one is this Monday coming up, so you absolutely want to get started before then. Right? So this Monday, we're doing a group Q&A call, and the group Q&A call is live. And if you have any questions, anything you're stuck on, come on and ask. And this is also where I show updates and some of my numbers and things that we're working on. Okay? This is where we do that. So it's a continuing education. And so you're going to have access to 3 group Q&A calls with me. So again, that's a $500 value. Fear and curiosity. Those are the 2 emotions that govern every decision that we make. It's either you're afraid it's not going to work, or you're curious, what if this thing works? And I'm going to tell you, just like money and excuses, you've got a choice. I've always lived the curious life. I've always wanted to know, did this thing work? But if I didn't try it, how am I ever going to know? That's the reason I have the success that I have in my life, is because I'm curious. I'm asking you, be curious. What if what I'm going to teach you is going to change your life? It's only one way to find out. Take action. Now, I'm going to give you 2 more bonuses. The first one, again, only for the first 15 people. Amazon is now in the t-shirt business. That is bananas. Now, let me teach you how the t-shirt business works. First of all, I didn't realize how profitable it was until I got in it. So here's how it works. You come up with an idea for a t-shirt, and you go out and you order 1,000 t-shirts for $5 each. So it costs you $5,000. Then you put a shark logo on the t-shirt. Then come to find out, nobody likes sharks. No one's buying your t-shirts. So what happens? Everyone in your family gets a shark pot holder for Christmas, right? Isn't that what happens? You got to get rid of those t-shirts somehow. Amazon has flipped the game upside down. Amazon says, hey, upload your graphic of your shark t-shirt, which you can get done for about $5. Takes about 10 minutes to upload. You upload that. And guess what, Edward? Guess what, Brenda? Guess what, Gary? We'll sell the t-shirt for you. We'll market the t-shirt. We'll sell it for you. And after we sell it, we're going to go actually print that one t-shirt, and then we're going to ship it to the customer, and we'll just send you a check. Is that okay? How many of you are going to say no to that business? That is revolutionary, okay? Amazon has just launched that. I will teach you. So the first 15 of you who get started, you will also get that as a bonus. The next thing I'm going to do for the first 15 of you is, remember I told you I do a lot of keyword research. I'm going to give you 250 hot niche markets that you can go after for creating information products on Amazon. I've already vetted these markets. These are very good markets, and each and every one of them is a money maker. So if you don't have an idea yet of what you want to sell, I'm going to hand those to you. And even if you have an idea of what you're going to sell, you're going to want to scale at some point. So you're going to go through that list and pick the ones that you want to scale after you've got your existing product going on Amazon. Again, available to the first 15 of you. So let's recap. You're going to get the Amazon step-by-step training, $1,997 value. Creating the perfect customer experience, it's an $897 value. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. I'm going to give you my money multiplier method. That's an $897 value. Then I'm going to give you the first 15 of you. You're going to learn how to upsell your customer into a membership site through Amazon. That's a $997 value. You're going to get the live group Q&A calls. That's a $500 value. You're going to learn how to sell t-shirts on Amazon, a $1,000 value, again, only to the first 15 of you. And you're going to get the 250 hot niche markets to target. Again, $1,000 value. Total value, $7,778. Guys, this is real world value here. But all you got to do right now for $497 is go to azonprofitsystem.com/TC. Now, here's a question that I get all the time. How hard is this? How easy is this? And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't get to where I am in life thinking things were hard. Who thinks that? I think whatever it is, I'm going to go for it. But regardless of what I think, I'm going to let you make that decision on whether you think what I'm teaching you is hard or not. So let me show you something. Ty, you'll recognize these pictures. This is the cruise that we went on January 22nd through January 31st, 2016. This is, guys, you see the rocks behind me in that middle picture? I don't know what I was thinking about, but I listened to Ty, and he says, we were in Aruba. Let's go see the blue pools or whatever it is. All we got to do is drive down the side of this mountain. I don't know what I was thinking about following this guy. The scariest ride of my life.
It was amazing.
Yeah, right. No, once we got there, it absolutely was. I'm not going to lie to you. It was an amazing experience. So this is us on the cruise. As a matter of fact, in this picture here in the bottom in the middle, That's us walking back to the ship. That's my wife. There's Ty. There's Tom Yandula. So guys, we actually are friends. We vacation together. Now, is this easy? I don't know. January 22nd through January 31st, 2016, I did $4,026.96 on Amazon while I was in the middle of the ocean with no computer, no internet, no nothing. This year's Marketers Cruise, January 13th through January 22nd, 2017. This is us on the cruise, bottom screen here. This is me, Ty, Ron Douglas, Yamena, Tom Beal, a bunch of internet marketers. We're hanging out, and let's see. I did $4,662.06 that week. I made no money consulting. You know why? Because I wasn't there to consult. I had to turn all my ads off because, God forbid, something happens with my server, website goes down. Google is not going to be kind enough to call me up and say, hey, your site went down. We're going to pause your ads for you. No, they keep running them and taking your money. But Amazon gave me time. It gave me the freedom to hang out with my friends, hang out with my buddies, and yet what most people make in a month and a half to 2 months, I made while I was on the beach here sipping Mai Tais with my smart marketing buddies. So I ask you folks, is this easy? You decide. And I hope you say, whether I think it's hard or easy, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that. But I will be there holding your hands to help you do that. So you have two choices, folks. You can keep on doing things the same way you've been doing and hope things are going to change somehow, some way. Keep making those excuses. Or you can follow my lead. Let me walk you through this process, hold you by the hands, and show you exactly what we are doing and show you what you need to do. But more importantly, teach you how to fish so you can do this on your own successfully. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to empower you. So those are your choices. You can be like James, right, and make these kind of sales, or you can go back watching TV and do whatever you were doing before this training. Again, you've seen how fast I got started. You've seen how fast James got started. You've seen how fast I launched that other product. You've seen the proof. These were real shots right out of Amazon. You've seen that it's consistent, right? It's a very consistent business. You've seen that. What does it cost to make a CD? 80 cents. It doesn't cost much. You are partnering with Amazon. Not me. You're partnering with Amazon. You're getting the training, the complete training from someone who's doing it successfully, not last week or last month, but now, today. I showed you our sales for the last 3 days, right? So you cannot go wrong. Only thing left for you to do now is to take action. And all you have to do for just $497 is go to the Azon Profit System. Go to www.azonprofitsystem.com/TC. Again, that is azonprofitsystem.com/TC, all lowercase. Now remember, we can only take 25 people into the program, and 15 of you, the first 15 of you, will get those extra bonuses. You're going to learn how to upsell your customer into the membership site. You're going to learn how to sell t-shirts, and you're going to get the list of the 250 hot markets that you can go after right now that I've already vetted. Only the first 15 of you, so you definitely want to take fast action. Now, Ty, I am sure we may have some questions that have come in.
Yep, absolutely.
So, and if you have time, we can answer some of them.
Yeah, we've got a couple of them now that have come in, and before we get to these, folks, just know that I put the link in, so you should see the link in the questions box here, and you can actually click directly onto that. Let's see. So there you go. Again, that's www.azonprofitsystem.com/TC. And remember, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of these, and we'll go through them in order. We've got Mauricio says, I just purchased. Great. Good to have you on, Mauricio. Do me a favor, actually, speaking of that, when you come on board, say I'm in. That way we have a count. We know how many people are in, and we know where to cut this thing off at, all right? We've got Roy. Roy says he's just joined as well. I'm in. Good to have you in, Roy. Who else do we have here? Let's see. What's your refund policy? April is asking.
Okay, so refund. I will tell you this. First of all, any question you need, any help you need, I am going to be there for you. We do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, but I'm going to tell you this. If the reason that you're looking to get started or the tipping point is, oh, well, I can get my money back, you've already disqualified yourself, because I'm going to invest a lot of time. We only have 25 spots available. If you're not serious and want to build a business on Amazon, then this is not for you. I know there's some people who like to casually look at things and they aren't sure. This is not the program for you, because I'm going to invest too much time in your success, and you're taking the spot of another student. So that is not fair. If you're not sure you want to build an Amazon business, I beg you, don't do it. And I hate to scare you off like that, but again, I'm limited into the number of people that I can take in, and I take it seriously, the amount of attention that I put into my people, and so it just wouldn't be fair.
Awesome, awesome. And I totally agree with that. I think that if you're really serious about this, then this is something that you get in and you put the time in, because the reward is there, right? This is a long-term business model. This is something that works, and it works no matter where you're at, right? So you could be on vacation, you could literally receive orders that come in overnight as you're sleeping. I mean, this thing is something that will continue to pull in profits for you. All right, so let's see. After the charge of $497, how much do we need to get started with the actual business?
Okay, great question. I will tell you that depends on you. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. One is I'm going to create my content myself, and the other is I'm going to get someone to create the content for me. If you create it yourself, it costs you nothing. You're going to have to create some CDs, which again, if you order 5 CDs, 80 cents a piece, you're talking about $4 to make, maybe another $3 or $4 to ship that to Amazon. There's several levels of accounts that you can have on Amazon. One of them is free, so you don't even have to start with a paid Amazon account. You can start with the free. And the difference between the free and the paid is the free, you can only sell 40 products a month. The paid, you can sell unlimited products a month. If you just want to test, go for the free. But I'm telling you something, you're going to be selling products. So I wouldn't be afraid of going for the paid one. Now, scenario number 2 is you don't have the time to create product. You'd rather outsource it. Well, now I've got to hire someone to create me some content. Maybe I might buy PLR somewhere, which I just recently did. The product that I showed you guys where we sold out in the first 5 days, that's a product I bought resale rights to. I think I paid $47 for that product, and then I paid someone another $50 to turn it into an audio for me, right? So that cost me $100. So that side of it is whatever it costs you to get your content created, you're going to pay that additional cost there. Now, your CDs aren't going to change in cost because you outsource it. Now it's still going to be the same 80 cents to $1 or something to make your CDs. So totally depends on whether you can do it yourself or whether you want to do the content yourself or whether you want to outsource it. I've done plenty of content myself, but now because of time, I prefer to pay someone to create it for me than for me to go out and do it myself.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Let's see what else do we have here. And we've got more orders. Michael says, I am in. Who else is here? We've got Roy Young is in. Mary is in. We've got Gail Brown is in. We've got Larry Bonet is in. So the orders are actually flying in. That's pretty cool. So, folks, if you want to get in, remember we're limited on this. So get your order in right now. Put in I'm in into the questions box. We know who's in here. I signed up looking forward to creating a product, says Rich Martin. Rich, good to have you in as well. And I think you're really going to get this. You're going to see the power behind this. Let's see. I have to leave. Did you mention another webinar for members? Greg, do you want to touch on that again really quickly?
Let's see if I see that question.
It's the last one by Rich that just came in. He says, I have to leave. Did you mention another webinar for members? Rich just actually bought, so he's in.
Oh, yes. That's going to be Monday. So on the members, once you get into the members area, you will see the link that says group Q&A. Just register on that link, and you will get notification from GoToWebinar for the next one. And it's going to be this Monday coming up.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's see. We have which Adobe Flash Player is necessary. Larry is asking, Larry Benet, which Adobe Flash Player is necessary?
And I'm wondering if he's talking about for watching the training or for creating content. If it's for creating content, I don't even use Adobe Flash. So not needed. If it's for watching it, I don't think you need Adobe either, because I don't know the context of the question to be able to answer it intelligently, Larry. And Larry, that's the one thing you're going to learn about me. You'll see that in the training. You also see that in the group Q&A. When you ask me something, if I don't know, I don't know. And to be honest, I don't know how to answer this question intelligently because I'm not fully understanding the question. Oh, he said something here. Let's see. Okay, so on the screen, so you should be able to play it fine on the screen. If you're on an iPad, look to the bottom left. There is a link that says iPad, and that you can use for watching it on the iPad.
Got it. Okay, perfect. We've got a couple of more people that have submitted their order. We've got Gerald Freeman. We've got Anita Rios that's in. Good to have you as well, both of you. We've got Diane Martin. Good to have you, Diane. He says he's on the desktop Windows. Yeah, and Larry, also, you can always use Internet Explorer. So if you ever have like a, I found out if you ever have like an Adobe Flash issue watching videos, open it up in Internet Explorer and you should be good to go. All right, let's see. Rich says your upsell didn't work. It said Flash Player needed, but I have Flash confusing, but saved me from an upsell. Let's see. April says, I hit the submit button, but nothing happened. Can you check to see if her order went through, April Alexandra? Should I press it again, or will that make 2 purchases? Okay.
Nope, it's there. She's fine.
All right. Okay, perfect.
I think
all right.
We have about, let me see. See how many we have total. 7.
Awesome.
Guys,
nice.
we have about half of them are gone, and I'm sure either by the end of today or by the time you send out the replay to the training, I'm not sure if we have, let's make sure this thing's recording.
And we just got Richard McIntyre in. So Richard McIntyre says I'm in. Virginia Tracy is in. So they're flying in, folks. So whether you're watching this live with us right now or you're on the replay, you want to get in. If you're watching the replay, right, you'll know that we're totally sold out. If you see a big red sold out sign that flashes across the screen once you try to go in and order. All right, so hopefully that does not happen. The best thing to do is go in, get your order in right now, let us know, and then put I'm in. Let's see. April says the upsell page is showing a 404 error.
So I will take a look at that, April. We're going to call you anyway, so I'm going to have my admin call you just to make sure you got your logins and everything correctly. So if we see anything, we will definitely fix that. So if you did see an error, we'll definitely get that fixed.
Okay. All right, so I think we're pretty much done with this. How about we give it about another minute or 2 for one last question. If you have a question, you can go in and ask that question now. Before we close up, we're going to close up in about the next 60 seconds here. So again, there's no such thing as a dumb question. If you have one, go in and ask it now while you have the chance.
And while you look up any questions, let me tell you guys this. I am having more fun. And Ty, you've heard me say this. I've sold a lot of products, 100,000 customers. So I've made a lot of money. I am having more fun now than any other period in the last 15 to 20 years that I have been in the internet marketing space. And the reason is as my kids are getting older and, they're doing their own thing, they're going out with their friends, but I have time. You know what I do during the week? If I'm not doing the webinar, it's, hey, baby, let's go out to dinner. Let's go here. I mean, we're like two little kids, and I don't have to worry about money or anything like that, because I know while I'm having dinner, there's someone on Amazon buying something from me. That's the most beautiful feeling in the world. So guys, I am having the most fun I have ever had in a long, long time. And hopefully you guys can get that same feeling also.
Absolutely. And this gives you that opportunity to do so. So with that said, Greg, I want to thank you for coming on and thank you for sharing such great content. Every time we do this, our audience we get a ton of questions. People love the excitement. They love the detail behind this. So you've done it again. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give Greg a big send off. Let's let him know how much we appreciate his time, and I appreciate your time as well just by being here. I know for many of you, it might be daytime, it might be morning, right? We've got a very varied audience right now. We've got people that are literally watching from around the planet. So save that URL. Go in and write it down right now. Visit the site if you have yet to get in. The last thing you want to do is not be able to get in, right? So go in, write down that URL, open it up in a web browser. If you need to talk this over with a business partner or maybe your spouse or your significant, go in and do so, but be sure to get in quick. As you see, we've got slots that are literally filling up quickly, and I'm sure that as soon as we make this replay available, the rest of these slots are going to literally go in within a matter of hours. So you want to get in right now. Greg, any last words?
Yeah, absolutely. We have 8 spots left over, so you definitely want to take action. You've got the bonuses that are available to you, and again, real world bonuses. We've got our group Q&A call, which is going to be this Monday. You definitely don't want to miss that. And if anyone knows me, you know that I take care of my customers. I go above and beyond for my folks. So I look forward to working with you. I look forward to building a long-lasting relationship and going through that journey with you.
All right. Awesome. Hey, folks, have a good one, and look out for the replay link as well. Bye-bye.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.